Okay, here go the notes for worksheet 4. And we are graphing exponential functions. Exponential functions. All right. Okay, so pretty much here, I mean, we're not going to see anything new really. We're actually going to just see what we saw on worksheet 2 and 3, which was a horizontal shift and the horizontal, and now the horizontal shift. So just putting everything together. Did I say horizontal twice? Horizontal shift and vertical shift. Okay, so here we go. Let's just jump into it. We're going to graph these. So we're graphing each function. Number 1. All right, so we'll have something like this. F of x is equal to 3 to the power of x minus 4, and then plus 2. Right? So the first graph number 1 will be, well, first we're just going to graph the parent function. The parent function being what? Well, f of x is equal to 3 to the power of x. Got to start with something to be able to move it, right? But I know here is my what? Here's the vertical shift, this number that's all off by itself. This is your vertical shift. And this will be your what? This part right here is your horizontal shift. But remember, we do the opposite. All right, so here we go. Let me get a little graph going here. Let's see. Just put it right here. Okay. So I first have to graph 3 to the power of x. 3 to the power of x is going to be what? Let me zoom focus on this. Three to the power of x is a graph that's going through 0, 1. And let me do it really lightly, but it's an increasing function, right? From left to right, it's increasing, so it's starting low and it's coming up. This is the parent function. I need this parent function or this first function to what? To then from here be able to move this point that's at 0, 1. The horizontal shift is what? It says -4, but you're not going to go to -4. Remember, that's the one you do opposite. So you actually move it first 4 units this way. So it's going to go to here. Right? It says -4, but that's the one where you do the opposite. And then the vertical shift, what? 2 units up. So guess what? That's it. Here's your final graph. Here, this point is this one here, so it should look like this. Right? And actually, I'm going to be checking these coordinates. I know this coordinate is what? Well, I know that coordinate is 0, 1. And give me the coordinate of this new one. This coordinate here is now going to be what? Well, now it's going to be 4, 3. 4, 3. All right, let's do another one. Number 2. All right, let's graph f of x is equal to 4 to the power of x plus 3 minus 5. Something like this. here we go. Well, again, my parent function first, without this and without this, the parent function is just f of x is equal to what? 4 to the power of x. Got to start with something to be able to move it. I know this is my horizontal shift. I know this is my vertical shift. Easy stuff. All right, let me go to a graph again. So here I go. Move this up a little bit. Hold on. I'm trying to get it all in here. 4 to the power of x would be, again, the critical point is right there up in 0, 1. This is the exponential function. And then we're going to first do the horizontal shift. It says plus 3, x plus 3, but don't go to the positive 3. Remember, that's the one where you go opposite. So you're going to go this way to here. Or you go the opposite. The vertical shift, 5, well, positive means up. This one you follow what it says. Negative means down. So from here now I got to count 5 down. But remember, you're up at 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be right here. Okay, so here's the final graph. Should look like this, something like this. And I know this coordinate is 0, 1, right? That's where we started. And what's this coordinate? Well, it's going to be -3 and -4. But this is the final graph right here, like this. This one. Started here, went 3 to the left, 5 down. All right, so we're just putting it all together, right? There it is. Okay, number 3. How about one like this? F of x is equal to 1/2 x minus 4, and then over here minus 2. Sure. I know this one is a fraction, but I know I'm going to want to see this. You can rewrite it if you want. We already know this is really f of x is equal to what? 2 to the power of -1 x minus 4. But I'm not going to distribute it because I don't want to change this negative. We'll have to distribute and change this. I don't want to do that. So just leave it like that. Okay? And then -2. We're going to graph this one. I know the parent function is f of x is equal to, actually we just, well, yeah, we should have just saw the parent function and leave everything else alone, huh? We could do that. Well, anyway, same thing. The parent function is 2 to the power of -x, see? 2 to the power of negative, or 2 to the power of -1x, yeah. That's the parent function. But again, don't distribute it because then that'll change that, and we don't want to change that. Okay? So, that'll be what? Well, here's my critical point. But now instead of it increasing from left to right, it's not starting from low to high, it's starting from high to low. So it's kind of bottoming out this way. And that's the exponent. But it's going through this point, right? 0, 1. And then what? Well, Minus 4 tells me to not go to negative 4, right? So don't go to the left. I know it says minus 4. This is the one you always do the opposite. Minus 4 means to go over here to 1, 2, 3, 4. So now it's here. Went this way because of this, right? And now what? The vertical shift dropped to 1, 2, right there. And then you copy the graph, or copy the same graph over here as best you can. But again, I'm going to be asking for this coordinate. This coordinate is what? 4 and negative 1. All right, so it's just everything put together now. We learned the vertical shift first. That was on worksheet 2. Worksheet 3 was a horizontal shift. Now it's the functions with both. So really nothing new, just everything put together. Okay, good luck.